Welcome back to GMNC. With me right now we have Claudia. We are so ready for our daily dose of inspiration. How are you?
Wonderful. Good, and you, Ange?
Flood us with your wisdom.
Good. So today we're going to be just touching on the topic of self-worth.
Okay.
And this is something that I find quite often people struggle with. In fact, I've had a lot of people say, well, like self-worth, what is that?
Correct.
Okay, and really self-worth, to understand it, is how you value yourself as a person in terms of your characteristics. And if you are, for example, in business and so on, your self-worth in terms of the product or the service that you're providing. And the reason why I decided to talk about this is it's come up so often where people just underestimate themselves and always attach value to what other people think of themselves, of them. Exactly. And then we take that on. But we must remember that we decide on our self-worth.
Correct.
Okay, we don't give away that power to somebody else to decide for us. There's a lovely story about a fable that goes something like this. A man had a watch, a very valuable watch. I don't know, it was like 200 years old or something, that was passed down generationally. And he gave this to his son and said, okay, go out. He wanted to teach him a lesson, you see, before, and he was like on his deathbed, this man. And he gave this watch to his son and said, okay, go and take this watch to a jeweler and find the value. You know, just see what they'll give you for it. And the jeweler looked at it and said, okay, interesting, but it is quite old, so I'll give you $100. Okay, and this young man came back and thought, oh, well, this is not bad, $100. And then the father said, okay, well, go and take this to a pawn shop and see what they value it as. And they said, oh, well, we'll give you $20 because it's scratched. What are they going to do with this old watch? And then he said, okay, now take it to a museum. And the curator there looked at this and said, wow, I'll give you $375 because this is a rare antique piece and it can go into our antique collection. And so you see the same item, how it's valued differently because of how people look at it. And the story there is, or the moral of this for ourselves to take away is how you see yourself and the value that you pick up for yourself is where the value lies. It's not about putting yourself down because you're comparing yourself to somebody else. And your worth is all about what you can offer. You decide on that.
Absolutely.
So what I would like to encourage people to do is focus on your positives, okay, more than anything else. Look at what you have to offer. What is it that you can do? What are your abilities? What creativity do you come up with that is unique? And even if it's not unique, the package of it, your personality, is unique anyway. There is no other person that can offer a product, a package like you.
Correct.
And again, when we talk product, it's not necessarily something that you can attach a rand value to.
Exactly.
We're not selling ourselves in that respect. But when we value ourselves truly and say we have self-respect, we will engage with the right people or actually sometimes decide, you know what, I need to move on from certain people or crowds or certain way of thinking or certain behaviors because I am worthy of more. It's not about an ego thing. It's not about saying I'm better than somebody else, but rather saying I respect myself. I respect myself for my value and my worth, and I can do more and I am more.
Absolutely.
And take that on in a positive way.
And with that comes a sense of confidence as well. And then it's, you actually have a more higher value of life, I'd say, because then the law of attraction comes in. Because if you go out there and you know your worth, you know what you're capable of, you know your skill sets, you know what you're good at, you automatically draw that good, whether it's relationship, whether it's work-wise, wherever you may find yourself. It is so important, and I think a lot of the people, like you say, they lose themselves in today's society because they attach themselves to other people's words.
Yes.
You might look at a celebrity and go, oh my word, that's the most amazing person on the planet and I want to be like that, but you're not that.
Yes.
God's made you so unique with your own abilities and your own characteristics, like you said. So that's a phenomenal message. I absolutely love that.
Great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Claudia,
Yeah.
so good to have you with us this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Ange.
And we'll see you again next week.
Awesome.
We're going into a quick ad break and then we have Tell the Nay from Laugh Out Larry. Stay tuned.